Pro-Palestinian student protesters have moved their demonstration here to Washington Square Park this Tuesday. This comes after an encampment that they had set up on the premises of New York University was raided by police on Monday evening. More than 100 protesters were arrested.
They arrested us, they put us on a big bus. There were, I believe, 4 buses, at which point our hands were zip-tied. One person couldn't feel their hands, and the NYPD wouldn't let her change her cuffs. They wouldn't loosen them.
I'm here to support my students and to support my colleagues and to make demands on the administration that the administration divest from Israel and from weapons manufacturers, that it close down the apartheid campus in Tel Aviv, and that it stop misusing what are supposed to be protections against discrimination to shut down dissent.
But to me, the movement that comes to mind is the anti-apartheid movement. I see what's happening now. The primary demand that the students are making at NYU and in most campuses is divestment. And divestment is about direct university institutional complicity in an apartheid regime.
If you're threatened, if someone is looking at you aggressively, that was the worst thing that happened. No one threw anything at us. It was a peaceful, from what I saw. I didn't see anything violent.
Well, if we look at history, in the 1960s, students organized to demand that the U.S. pull out of Vietnam in the U.S.-Vietnam War, and it was a result of mass student organizing that then shifted national politics and indeed resulted in the U.S. accelerating its withdrawal of troops from Vietnam.
We're not going to quit until all of our demands are met. We're going to keep coming out, keep showing out, protest demonstrations, whatever we need to do, until all of our demands are met and until we see a free Palestine.
Many of the student protesters are paranoid about showing their faces. They say that they have been doxxed by infiltrators and they don't feel safe revealing their identities.